Hello and welcome to another adventures of my Minecraft adventures. My name is Flying Magpies and it's my pleasure once again to bring you another episode of my Minecraft adventures. As you can probably see, I've been doing some work in this area. I've created a little house for my chicken farm, which is now up and going. I've taken all the chicken out, but I have been collecting some feathers. What else have I done? As you can see, I've got some iron armor on, a full kit in fact, which is slightly used. And I have created a whole stack of iron tools, as well as made some paths. There's not much else I have done since my last session recording, but hopefully today I can get a lot more done. Anyhow, one of the plans for today is to squish all these guys, or at least the cows, into a single cow farm. So a one by one square, where I can feed them by pressing a button, the water bobs up, then I just hit them with wheat, and their tiny little precious little babies drop into a little chamber where I can then kill them with lava as well, and I'll do the same with sheep. I normally do pigs as well, but given that pigs don't actually drop anything extra besides their food, I don't think I'm going to bother doing pigs this season. But I've just fallen in, which is a bit of a pity because I can't usually find the gate. There we go. Anyway, so I'll do that in today's episode. What else am I going to do today? I'm also going to look for a spruce forest. I do have the coordinates for one, so I'll go follow that at some point, which I probably will not record. I'll probably do another mining session, which I probably will not record either. And also, if I can find a saddle. You may also note that in my second slot is a bit of horse armor, and that's because I found a zombie spawner at some point off in this direction, so I think I will also create that into a mob farm. Let's see if I can find it. And here it is, that zombie spawner that I found earlier. I am planning to make this into a bit of an XP farm. It probably won't be very fast, but the plan is to just drop them into a single 1x1 hole, whatever it is, 50 or so blocks down. Since it's quite close to the surface, as you can see in the top left, I'm at y=50, so I'm probably going to have to bring them up by a water column, then drop them down 50 blocks, or however many I need to do to make them a one-hit kill. I did already raid it. Unfortunately, there was no saddle, so I'm still on the hunt for a saddle as well. So if anyone who's watching who is on the server and has a saddle, feel free to let me know, and I'll borrow/beg it off you. Anyhow, I think I'm going to go find that spruce forest. It is quite a distance away, so I'll show you when I get there. Actually, while I'm on the way there, you can see that around me I'm actually surrounded by a coral reef. I'm not sure if I'm going to make use of this at some point, but it's nice to know that I do have a nice supply of coral around. So maybe I will. I'm not sure if I'll decorate my moat with coral. It's probably not quite the thing that you find in coral reefs, I guess. In a castle moat, but you never know. And there we are, a nice big spruce forest that I can get my spruce wood from. I'll probably just hop off here and get some spruce wood, quite a bit, as well as collect some saplings, because otherwise there's no point in me getting those trees. And then I'll make my way back. I might explore around here a little bit, see if there's something to get, something I can't get anywhere else, like a dog. But I don't have any bones on me, which is a pity, so I might have to wait till night. Anyway, I'll go do that and check back with you later. And there we have it, folks. Just as the sun sets, I've managed to get myself 20 saplings, which is enough for 5 of those big spruce trees, which I think are better than 20 small ones. I've also managed to get myself just over 2 stacks of spruce logs, which should do me for now. And I'm going to start making my way back to my base, but not before I stop in that coral reef and get a specific material that I need for an upcoming game that I'm planning to run. There's what I need, some squid, so let's just kill it. And hopefully I can get some ink sacs. There we go. And so I'm going to use the ink sacs to make a book, and let's not get killed by that drowned. So yeah, I'm going to make a book, which I'm going to write some instructions for this specific game. But I'm going to keep it secret for now, because until I've finally got everything I need Now, which way is home? And there it is, folks. Home sweet home. So I'll probably just rest up, even though it's just about day. Rest. And then I can get started on other things. Right, and now I have that book and quill and ink, so I'm going to closet myself in my bedroom where nothing can get me and start writing up those rules. I'm going to explain now what it is. It is a game of tag. Members of my previous Hermitcraft season, or Bedrock Hermitcraft season, will remember that the Roller started a tag game, so this time I'm going to be on the front foot and begin it myself, and I'm probably going to try and tag him first if I can, as I was the first victim of the tag, and of the 20 tags, I was the first to be tagged. So let's write this off. Let's see. Rules of tag. And I'm going to write that off and then show it to you when I'm finished. And so there we have it. The tag game has returned. The rules are pretty much the same as last season. Number 1, you may not tag the same person that tagged you. Number 2, you must wait at least 30 minutes before tagging someone else. That's just so the tag stays with one person. Normally, I suppose it would be, if everyone was making videos, it would be, you can't tag someone in the same video where you were tagged. Number 3, the game can evolve over time. Last season, we went from just simple tagging to the person who was tagged had to wear full gold armor, then later on they had to wear a zombie head. And number 4, the most important rule, which probably should be number 1, but anyway, when tagging someone you must slap them with a name tag and drop this book and name tag at them. Have fun, Flying Magpies. I'm going to sign that. Tag game rules. Sign and close. I thought I signed that. I didn't. Oh, there we go. It's signed. And I'm going to get that name tag, which I found in that zombie thingamabob. Zombie skeleton. So let's name that tag. You are it. Let's waste a level on that, and there we go. So now I am it, and I'm going to be tagging someone in this video, so there are no spoilers as to my plans for this game. And one rule that I forgot to mention was that the tag must stay in your inventory at all times. Although thinking about it does mean that, although without that rule, it does mean that people couldn't tag in inventive ways, say, put a dropper with a pressure plate on, and then if someone walks on top of it, they would get tagged. Of course, you'd have to make sure you slap them with a piston or something like that so they actually get hit, which is the entire point of tag. You hit them with the tag and then they, are tagged. Anyway, moving on from that, I'm going to start setting up a tree farm. These birch saplings didn't grow, so I now will replant them a safe distance away so they can actually grow. So let's see, 1, 2, bam, and I'll put them at a diagonal 2 blocks apart. So 1, 2, tag, 1, 2, there, 1, 2, there. Oh, I probably should plant these remaining 3 as well, I guess. So I'll put them here, here, and let's one over here, which will be on the hill. I suppose the point, what I tried to do there was set up a defensive wall with trees, so whoever was trying to come to my base area would have to go through the trees eventually, which takes time, and I hopefully would be around to defend the base. It's just a little bit part of the castle plans I have, but it's probably not a good idea. So now I'm going to start planting some spruce trees, always in the 2x2 format, because that, in theory, should net me more trees, more wood in the future. I just have to make sure to place them at least 3 blocks apart from each other, because that seemed to work quite well last season. So I should replant those. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything got one trees worth left. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and hopefully that should settle me for spruce and birchwood. And while I'm at it, I also plant this dark oak tree, even though I've got lots of dark oak over there. It's also good to have some more ready to go when you need it close by, so I'll do that in a 2x2 format as needed. I'll put the sapling away, and I'll probably do some oak ones if I have the saplings, not in this chest, but in this chest, 13. And thankfully oak is one of those nice ones that grows side by side, so I'll probably do a massive line of them up on this hill. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, get rid of saplings, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, sorry. That's 13 saplings, and I should be able to see it from my houses when I'm done. And now it's time to do my second part of today's episode, which is to start building my cow and sheep farms, the two separate farms. So I have moved all my cows and sheep out of this pen, although I do want to keep this horse, so I probably should move it somewhere else. But as you can see, I have started to separate my sheep and cows, and I'm going to keep doing that until I've got probably the sheep in one of these pen and the cows in the other of these half, and then I'll deconstruct these fences and build a nice long hut for my setup that I use to kill my sheep and cows with lava. And I finally finished that. It took quite a while, but I finally managed to separate my sheep and cows. I even had to kill a couple of my sheep because they just kept getting mixed up with my cows, but I think I've finally done that. Although my horse over there did manage to escape, so I'm going to have to get that back. But that should be easy. I do have an apple, and once it figures out that I have the apple, it should start coming towards me, just like that. And there we go, I finally managed to trap my horse into this little pen, so I can now prepare this new area just over by my chests and furnace and all that, ready for a new long hut for my cows and sheep. So I'll start building that and check back with you later. Well, I think this is most of the functional bits of the cow farm going, but I finally got someone to come and join me, and I'm going to go tag him. I don't think he's going to suspect anything. Lol, just got him. Wahahaha. I'm sorry I'm not saying much, but yeah, I finally got someone, and yeah. So I have I've passed on the tag that I said I would, and there's going to be no surprises. So TYS205, you are now it, and those are the rules, and welcome to tag. But as I was saying, this is pretty much functional. I will explain how it goes. So there will be a button or a lever up there, and these being the water thingamabobs. I actually haven't built this quite right, but there's going to be an iron trapdoor here, I believe, or a trapdoor here, so the big cows will rest on it. I probably should just build it up so you can actually see it, but there will be an iron trapdoor there. I will make 2 and plug it in, so those two should actually be resting flat against the wall, so I'll quickly build that up. 2 sticks, 2 levers is what I need. Inventory, 2 levers. So that will work now. Oh wait, that didn't go as planned. Okay, now that is fixed up. So I will have a button up there. The water will just be dispensed onto the dispensers. Onto the trapdoor. I'll quickly show you that. Where's my buttons? So button there, button there. Put the water in, so yes, the water will be dispensed. The cows will be bobbing up and down, like so. I just hit them with the button, with the wool, I'm using my touch here. Hit them with the wheat, then all the babies will be popped down to here. Then when the time is right, I will use water here as a demonstration, but I'll hit the button on the observer, and it will do a quick dispense and retract of the lava, and any grown-up cows or sheep will be killed by the lava, and they will be turned into cooked pork chops or cooked mutton for my consummation. And then the cooked meat and their wool and leather will drop into these two chests. So I will finish this off. I'll decorate it nice and neatly, build a nice hut around it, and then I'll check back with you when I'm doing that. Well, looking at this, it may not be very pretty, but at least it will be functional. And I have just forgotten that how hard it's going to be to get the sheep and cows up there. So what I'll probably do is build a nice chute up here so I can have some water flowing along through here. Just finishing up in this, so they'll drop into this segment, and then I'll have to force the cows first along through here, and then the sheep later. That's going to be quite a bit of work, so that will probably take up the rest of this episode. And I know I promised you a mining session, or I said I might do a mining session, but I don't think that's going to happen today. Anyway, I'll get on to finishing up the feeding in chute, and then I shall probably call it a day for this episode. Okay, a slight progress update for you. I've built up this chute and there's a bit of water there, and as you can see there is some sheep in this segment. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to release the sheep from this segment, and then I shall pull them all out and begin the process of bringing them into the compartment. So hopefully I can get as many of them up here as possible. It may take a little while to do this, but I'll come back in a few minutes and hopefully it is all done. And now I've done the same with the cows. So I've got probably around 20 to 30 cows in there, about 10 to 15 sheep in there. What I will do in the next few days is to breed up the sheep and breed up the cows. So if I close these trapdoors, the babies will stay in there, and when they grow up I can feed them again and get their babies. So I will leave this open for now, and I will eventually build that up to as a nice hut. Today I'm gonna finish off by clearing out this chute, and that will probably be enough for today. So I'll check back with you when that is done. And there we have it, folks. One completed cow and sheep farm. It's functional. I've actually managed to breed up some sheep. You can see little black-walled sheep there and a little cow on this side. So when they are grown up, I shall stop the trapdoor so it's facing this brick wall or this andesite wall, and I'll do the same on this side. I'll put the glass in, and then that will be done. And I think that's just about all I have time for today. We have managed to achieve quite a bit. We've built this thing up, we've collected and planted some spruce trees and a dark oak, and some oak over there, and some birch. So, collecting almost all the wood types. I still need to find an acacia and the jungle, which those two are reasonable ones I do like building with. And unfortunately I believe that's all I've got time for today. So if you have liked this video, remember to leave a like, and if you really loved it, put a subscribe on me, as it really helps me grow this channel. And see you in the next one. Goodbye.